Okay, sorry about that. Somebody, my baby got all these appointments. They want to put him in another appointment. He got an appointment tomorrow, and they wanted to give him another appointment Thursday or Friday. It was for me to pick. So I was going to pick Thursday, but his transportation that comes and pick him up, you have to make the appointment. You have to make the appointment 2 days or so in advance. I think they say 24 to 48 hours in advance. So that's 2 days, right? And I don't want to wear him out. He just went to an appointment yesterday, Monday. He got an appointment tomorrow. So I didn't want to give him another appointment Thursday. That's too much for him. I think it's too much for him. But he have not been complaining. I know the first time we took him out a couple of times, he was going to the dentist. He used to complain a lot about his legs hurting, his back hurting. Oh, it's hurting. But he been kind of good. I really think that does a whole lot for him. And again, back to this apartment. That was another thing that got me. I forgot to tell you that. It had a backyard. And it was us. There was other apartments in the building, but we had the main floor apartment. We had the access to the backyard and to the storage. Everything was like connected to us. I guess that apartment was a business office. Because when I look up the type of building it is, they say it's an office or a store, something like that. So I'm thinking that they made it back in the days and put it like an office. But anyway, so that was my husband. So got him together. So his appointment will be next week, Monday at 10 o'clock. Okay, so we got she just sent me the information. So I'm going to have to, when I get home, I have to go on and put that appointment in. Because I put the appointment in for tomorrow. Okay, so now back to the apartment. I'm just going to say this one and then I'll get to the final. This will be video 2 of apartments hunting, right? So now, once he told me, yeah, I go see the apartment. Just like I said, the Lord was already letting me know, no. As soon as I walked in there, no. And I was like, this not just done. No. Then when I showed the video to my daughters, one of my daughters said, no, Mom, no. What? Where am I going to put this? Where am I going to put that? And to be honest, the rooms was not big. See, this is why I say the Lord would look out for his own soul. The rooms, I couldn't, even the room that I was going to take, I could put, y'all have no idea how big my bed is. My bed is I got a queen size bed, but it's a platform bed. So it's sitting up like a platform, and I got storage drawers in the front, and I got a bookshelf at the back, and then I got 1, 2, 3. I got 3 more pieces that goes to that bedroom set. I got a whole bedroom set, and then I have bought me a closet, nice wood closet, tall, with a mirror in the middle. Nothing was fitting in there, and they already had a bed in there. So I guess they was like, first of all, when do you go see an apartment that's already furnished? And then gonna tell you if you want what's in there, you can have it. That was kind of weird. I mean, it was cool. When I showed everybody, they had TVs in each room, beds in each room. It was, I forgot about that. And it was central heating and central air conditioning. So everything, I'm telling you, the apartment was hooked up. But I'm thinking that it was set up for college students. People that was college. They'll come there and stay for however long, for whatever semester, whatever. And then they'll go home, or they may not even come back to college no more. Because there was, I think Brooklyn College was in the area. Yeah, we wasn't far from Kings Plaza. We wasn't far from the Junction. Excuse me. So now, with that being said, I went through the procedures with him. Once I decided, okay, so he called me back, the broker called me back. See, he was giving me tips on how a broker was supposed to be compared to that other broker lady, Indian lady, that didn't want to do nothing, but kept yelling at me, right? Being disrespectful to me. Okay. So now, I took it, I went along with it. When she would get a little bit out of hand, I would say, wait a minute, why you talk to me like that? You don't have to talk to me like that. I'm not talking to you. Out of respect. You making me feel away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know nothing about Section 8. You making it seem like you've been on Section 8 for so many years. You've been doing this for so many years. So if you was doing this for so many years, then you should know that you got to use that pen. Anyway, moving right along. So anyway, this broker was like, all right, I talked to the landlord, and the landlord said, what do you want? He's willing to work with you. I ain't never got no landlord like that. He remind me of Mr. Sims, the Malcolm X landlord. He worked with me to the T, to the end, where he couldn't work no more, and then he said, time for you to go. Giving you the boot, you gotta go. But I was in that apartment at 183 Malcolm X from 2003 to 2018. So that's how long I stayed there. Okay, I wasn't gonna be like up and stuff like that. I was in my apartments like I was with my men. I stayed with one for years. Okay, moving right along because it's time for me to take my little self home. Okay. Oh, I'm thinking so hard to take me a cab. Thinking so hard, give me some Dunkin' Donuts or whatever, and spend that money and give me. Yeah. I think I'm gonna do that. Because I do not feel like it. So anyway, okay, what time is it? Okay. So now, with that being said, the landlord called me. I said, all right, really? Yeah. So when can you go back to the apartment? He is going to have the contractor there, and you let the contractor know what it is you need, right? I said, okay. So now I'm talking to him this day. I'm running a little bit late. I get another phone call from the broker. Where you at? Do you think you could be ready in 15 minutes? I'm like, I said, nah, I'm gonna be running late because I'm coming from Brooklyn. I gotta go all the way. I'm coming from the Bronx. I gotta go all the way into Brooklyn to the other side of the world. I need another hour and a half. He said, what about a car? Would you mind going in the car? So I'm thinking that the man gonna pay my cab fare. I'm saying a car. He said, because the landlord is not too far from you, and if you could be ready in 15 minutes, he'll pick you up and y'all can go together. What? For real? I said, all right, I could be ready in 15 minutes. Sure enough, I was ready in 15 minutes. Sure enough, the landlord, and this is the landlord, landlord management, whatever you want to call it. He came and picked me up in his nice black little car. Y'all know them Jews got some nice cars. He came and picked me up, and that gave us a chance to meet. We conversated, we conversed. He told me different things. He asked me about my other apartments. He asked me, there was a question that he asked me that was really, it really popped my head. Oh, he was saying, I think he asked me why wasn't I going with that apartment. Something he asked me. Oh, why I wasn't staying. He asked me some question that really had me thinking. And I had to come up with the truthful answer to it because nobody never asked me that question when I'm looking for an apartment. So I just go on and go look for apartments and only answer based on what I'm being asked. So I don't tell them too much of my business. So when he asked me that, I got really, into my business. It has something to do with my husband. I think it has something to do with the ramp. I think he said, if your husband's in a wheelchair, why would you want to accept that apartment? Something like that. And I was like, well, I was accepting it because it had the backyard. It had accessibility for him. And he was like, okay. I said, but I had already told Mr. J that I would provide the ramp if I could get the apartment. He told right then, he started saying, I don't know. He said, yeah, because the city can put a ramp down. The city's doing that. Now, I didn't get no letter yet about the city doing that. But he know because he's a landlord. Sure enough, I got a letter in the mail stating that that's what they're doing now. Any kind of work that you need in your apartment, they will do it. So now, with that being said, with the long story short, well, not so short, because it's going to be a part 3 to this. So now, I went on and we all went, the landlord, we got there, and what's his name? And the contractor was there. And we went through the house. I was telling them, you know, what was needed, how big the beds. They were saying, okay, so they was measuring the bed that was in there. They was measuring, this is the contractor. They was measuring how they can expand the wall, because she kept saying, we ain't got nothing but space. We ain't got nothing but space. We could do this, we could do that. But when Section 8, just throw this in the heads up, when Section 8 told them, well, y'all got to expand these and put some windows up in here, I'll make the rooms bigger, I ain't gonna do that. So then you lied. So that means you wanted to hear what Section 8 was going to say, because you knew Section 8 wasn't going to approve it. You knew it. So that's why they didn't get to working yet. So once they got to Section 8, the initial basics inspection passed, right? Which was just the refrigerator. That passed. But they had a heart-to-heart, Section 8 and the landlord and the broker had a heart-to-heart conversation about the apartment and what needed to be done, which they kept from me. But you know, Section 8 gonna tell me everything. So when I called Section 8 to find out what was going on, and they said, well, they approved the apartment for 3 bedrooms. So that's the upper bedrooms, not the lower ones. Because the upper bedroom, I think it's only 1 bedroom in there that actually, I got to look at the video again. I think it's only 1 bedroom or maybe 2 bedrooms that had sizable windows. But the room that I was going to take, at first I was going to give it to my husband, but I was like, okay, for them to really break up the room, for, you know, I prefer for him to be in the second room, not in the entrance. Not in the entrance area, you know, because if people come visit me, I don't really want them to see my husband, see how he is and stuff like that. That's none of their business. So he wasn't in the back, but he was next to the worker, because the plan was to have one of the workers upstairs. Excuse me. And if I felt like pumping the steps, I would have went downstairs and let both of the workers be upstairs. But see, the kitchen, and there was 2 bathrooms upstairs. The kitchen and the 2 bathrooms that was upstairs, and all of them was full bathrooms, because all of them had a sink and a toilet and a shower. Only one of them had a bathtub, and that was upstairs. So I was like, So I'll be back. I'm gonna go on over there to Dunkin' Donuts, give me a coffee. I should give me a cappuccino. I ain't had that in a while. Maybe I should be able to do it, a cappuccino. I'll give me a cappuccino, no donut, just a cappuccino, and I'm gonna call me a Uber. And part 3 will be continued at home or later on.